kay Liberty.
Welcome to WNBA basketball on 2K Sports.
Disconnect na naman ang controller.
Tonight we'll see the New York Liberty as they play against the Chicago Sky. This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops. And it's safe to say this game will be won or lost on the boards.
Well, it's how these teams control the game and get themselves extra possessions.
Well, not only that, but limiting their opponent's possessions. That'll be a huge key in this one.
And good that time.
They get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward.
Yeah, sometimes that first bucket can really set a tone, as you said, for the rest of the game.
Now here's Sabali. And the bucket counts, and she's on her way to the line to try to make it a three-point play.
At the line.
And in 2023, the Liberty made their long-awaited return to the WNBA Finals.
It's crazy to think about it, guys, but that was their first trip to the finals in 21 years. And despite it being the Liberty's 5th finals appearance, still no titles. Incredible when you think this is an original WNBA franchise and the amount of stars and Hall of Famers they've had over the years.
Now here is Ionescu. Pass to Lainey Hamilton. And that one's good.
I'm continually impressed by Sabrina Ionescu's vision. She can just find anyone on the court.
And it's Dana Evans penetrating. Reese, guarded by Sabali. Shoots the three. Reese, no good. And it's New York's ball. To the paint. Ionescu misses. She tries for three. New York with the rebound. And it's blocked by Angel.
Huli.
Reese.
What a block by Reese. That's some great anticipation on the defensive end.
Chicago on D. Here's Lainey Hamilton. Good, and Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there, a big gap in the D.
Pass to Davis. Shoots over Lainey Hamilton. Off the mark, her first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Covered by Cardoso. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Down there in the low post is where you want to create a lot of your offense.
And it's Dana Evans penetrating. Her shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Awesome job capitalizing inside. Dana Evans pushing through the physicality.
Ionescu outside. And
Oh
again,
my God.
it's New York with a three.
Everything's going according to plan for them offensively so far. Coaching staff has got to be impressed.
And I'm impressed. I mean, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. They're scoring with confidence.
Now here's Allen. Over Ionescu. Allen's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton. From 11 feet away. The kick out to Ionescu. Fires from deep. Chicago with the rebound. They're moving it up. Pulls up. Evans misses. It's a 6-point game. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
An example of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Right wing. Here's Reese. Connects from three-point range.
3 buo. Liwanag.
Reese has been working hard to improve her jumper. And right there, you see the result.
Over to the wing. To the middle. An easy 2 points on the layup.
pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. I mean, there's more holes in their defense than in a block of Swiss cheese.
Man, he's made me hungry, but that's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were in tight. They've established themselves inside. Where's the cheese?
Now here's Cardoso. Yep, that one goes.
Good luck keeping Cardoso off the boards. She's a rebounding menace.
Outside, Savali. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. No good on the 3. Sky trail. Here's Allen. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Nice read from the forward, Angel Reese right there. She's really reliable when it comes to finding her open teammates.
Ionescu outside. No good from outside.
Her shooting numbers slipping this quarter.
Here's Evans. Davis. No good. That would have tied it. Ionescu outside. From outside, off the mark.
She has been anything but her usual self this quarter. It's been ugly.
Great positioning on the putback.
A talented glass cleaner, any way you look at it. Once Angel Reese got the ball, she knew exactly what to do with it.
And Evans picks up the foul. That is her first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
The shot from the low post is good.
That's her 4th straight make right off the bat. She's setting a pretty high standard for herself.
It's the type of start you hope for, no question.
Here's Banham. That falls. Nice feed that time for Lindsay Allen. And it's all knotted up.
Talk about falling asleep on defense. I don't know how you can give a shooter like her that much space from beyond the arc.
They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a 3-point contest.
Davis and Hamilton covering. The offensive rebound. Reese, no good. With the teardrop. And 2 free throws coming up as she misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It's on Allen.
Here we are early in the season. What are you two monitoring around the W?
I've been following the rookies and the new signings because I want to see how they mesh with their new teams.
And really, Brian, this is one of my favorite times of the year because I love looking at all the box scores and watching the highlights, seeing how the newcomers fit. Well, you go back to her college days. Mirage has put a lot of work into her three-point shot, and we're seeing the results.
Castellini Hamilton. Down low. Harrison. Crystal Dangerfield from deep. Cans it from downtown. And so it's Chicago with it. Trailing by 4. Reese inside. Defended by Harrison. For 3. And again, it's Chicago with a...
Yan ang mga shooting forward.
Good job there. That's the definition of the inside-outside game.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Pass to Harrison. Dangerfield. She gets that one.
Despite being only 5'5", Crystal Dangerfield is at her best in the paint.
Here's Reese. Soft touch off the glass.
And she's having a quarter converting at a high percentage.
Inside, here's Jefferson. Good, and the assist goes to Crystal Dangerfield.
She did so well to lead her teammate right to the ideal spot. That's the kind of playmaking coaches like to see.
Banham's shot is good.
There has not been much defense to speak of yet, has there?
Nope. It's been all offense all the time here early.
The 8-footer. Here's Reese. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, she's played an important role in her offense today, and really without her, they might not have the lead right now.
Back to Dangerfield. Expanding her range. They get the rebound. Tries yet again. And it's Harrison with the bucket inside. Guarded by Dangerfield. Here's Banham. Knocks down the 3-ball.
The more touches she gets, the more the lead grows.
Pass to Harrison. To the inside. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. And the ball out of play. The Sky will have it.
Substitution on the court.
Chicago leading. 3-pointer. And it's Dangerfield with the rebound. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Drills it from out.
Jesus Christ.
Outside.
This has been a thriller. You can't say enough about the way these teams have battled each other.
All signs point to this thing going all the way down to the wire. I'd be shocked if it ended any other way, Tim.
I'd certainly take that, Brian.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Sky out in front. They lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter going. And when you consider how the Sky are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Really good sign for them. They've gotten a boost from their bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
To the paint. Off target with the 3. The Liberty trail. Inside, Harrison. That's basket number 2 with their 3rd shot. Off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, Dangerfield loves making the smart pass, setting her team up for success.
Here's Banham. And Onyenwere picks up the foul. That is her first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Pass to Davis. Back to Ionescu. There's the triple. Onyenwere grabs the board. Now Banner. Fires the three. Dangerfield pulls it in. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Chicago with the rebound.
Well, after hitting those 2 3 balls in the first quarter, it looks like she's cooled down a bit here in the... second.
She is just bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from her?
Well, we've already seen a lot. I mean, she's got more points from outside the arc than inside the arc.
3 points.
She's picking up where she left off in the first quarter, from downtown at least.
It's stolen by Harrison.
Sky foul. Monsees. First personal foul. First team foul.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Pass to Davis. Misses the layup. Sky trail. Now Banham. 16 points for her. Lets the three fly. And again, it's the Sky from deep.
This is an absolute monster performance from her. She is just torching them from behind the arc.
And there it is.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. Easy bucket in the paint.
The interior defense at that end has been lifeless, to say the least.
Here's Chicago now. Now here's Evans. Takes the three. Jefferson pulls it in. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Ionescu misses. You want to talk about a well-rounded player? Sabrina Ionescu can really do it all.
And we knew this about her early on. She was the only player in college basketball history, male or female, with 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists. I mean, think about that for a moment. She is a special, special talent.
Yeah, I'd say that shot was well within her range.
I hope so. There's nothing like a one-footer.
Here's Harrison. It's in. That's her third field goal of the game. She's 3 for 5.
4 of their last 5 makes came off a high-quality shot inside.
And that's right out of the textbook. They are having their way down low right now.
That's too good a look to pass up there, despite the result.
Yo, watch this, watch this.
Here's Jefferson. Chicago with the rebound. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
The defense really slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Bottom line is this. Those triples, they sure add up, don't they? They've got to make the adjustment.
Pass to Dangerfield. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's Banham. From the arc, that falls. Nice feed that time from Dana Evans.
Oh, they're getting their points now almost exclusively from three-point range. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take it.
Ionescu can't get it to go.
She's just not been on her game. The deficit, it's really not totally on her, but she hasn't helped the situation.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good. Defensive coverage that time. The T got lucky.
Turner with the bucket.
Flexing her physical attributes to complete the basket through contact. That's a heads-up play from Turner.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Dangerfield, left side. Covered by Cardoso. Some solid defense there from Camila Cardoso. Davis, Hamilton covering. Davis misses. Pass to Sabali. Lainey Hamilton. Back to Sabali. Camila Cardoso gets the board.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
And the three ball is good.
Coach has to be furious. Obviously, a defensive lapse there. She is automatic from deep. If you leave her wide open, big mistake.
Here's Dangerfield. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
Really tough for this club right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they try, it doesn't work. Gotta slow it down and just get back to the basics and the fundamentals. Back-to-back three-pointers for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
And that one's good. Sabali.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Here's Cardoso. Beyond the arc. New York with the rebound. In transition, here come the Liberty. Here's Lainey Hamilton. Over Davis. Misses the baby hook. Pass to Banham. Onion Wade with it. Guarded by Dangerfield. Here's Onion Wade. And it's good off the glass.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Great ball movement indeed. That's an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Well, you allow someone to get to the rim like that, and really that's your only option.
Yeah, free throws are always better than a layup. I would agree with that.
That one is no good. And I'll let you two take out your crystal balls here. What do you think is the next step for this league?
I just think everything gets bigger. We're talking ratings, attendance, interest. We're just now scratching the surface.
Absolutely. We've seen massive growth the last few years, and to me, the WNBA, this is not where it ends up. They're just getting started, and it's going to continue every year to get bigger and bigger.
Doesn't go for her. Some solid defense there from Camila Cardoso. Pass to Davis. Down low. Reese. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
And it really could get out of hand because their defense has been just as excellent as their offense.
Great overall game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Sabali. And again, it's the Liberty missing. A 3 ball. Rebounded by Davis. And the Liberty with possession here. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Lainey Hamilton. That one goes in.
Not nearly as many threes from them here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should go back to that.
Here's Reese. That's good again. And her 7th basket.
Lagi.
7 for 10 from the floor.
Another good pass. Impressive offensive execution from them.
Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance. 4 straight field goals made off an assist.
Nice touch near the hoop.
Here's Allen. Pass to Davis. Here's Cardoso. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw.
First team foul.
While the 3rd pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, Cardoso is a quality center with a promising future.
They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And Blake, from what we've seen so far, if I were you, for your health, don't hold your breath.
Yeah, that'd be a very bad idea. Here's Lainey Hamilton. And nice D from Angel Reese.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor. It's all adding up.
Well, you look across the team stats, it's one of many areas they're winning, and they've secured a big lead.
They've looked very sharp tonight.
I'm loving it.
And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
I love the activity level from Cardoso. Nobody can really handle her inside.
And she sinks the second.
They've changed their game here in the second, getting a little more physical.
And look for them to increase this lead if they keep getting to the line.
Outside, Sabali. Off target from outside. Davis with it. Up top, Allen. 1 second left. Used every last tick on the clock and dropped it in for the buzzer beater.
Digging deep to hit that shot. That's showing some guts.
No hesitation, no fear, just tremendous execution.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Sky out in front. They lead by 18. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Second half.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair through the first 2 quarters, but there is plenty of time to mount a comeback. Here's Lainey Hamilton. Hits it from 3-point range.
I tell you, she loves getting looks like that from 3-point range. Just nobody near her.
Here's Evans. No good with the layup.
There was not a ton of congestion in the lane, and she could have done better for sure.
Back to Ionescu. To the middle. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Given Ionescu's soft touch around the rim, defenses have to be extra careful about letting her inside.
And for Sabrina Ionescu, her 3-point shooting took a massive leap in year 4.
Well, you know, it's something Ionescu has worked very hard on. You look at her first 3 years in the league, she shot just 33% from deep. But year 4, that percentage shot up to 45%, and it was on major volume. Sabrina leading the WNBA in 3-pointers made.
Covered by Cardoso. And the layup falls.
3 straight makes to start the second half.
90 seconds into the second half now. That falls. Nice feed that time from Lindsay Allen.
Standing at a towering 6'7", Cardoso is a major threat inside. I love to see her attack with confidence.
Back to Ionescu. Stolen by Camila Cardoso. Outside Evans. Pass to Allen. From beyond the arc. New York with the rebound. Ionescu outside. Good for another bucket. She's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Her shooting has been so good today. She may have to take it upon herself to get her team out of this hole.
Allen. And off target on the 15-footer.
Okay, look. I know she isn't having the best of games from the floor, but it hasn't seemed to hurt them. 4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss in the second half.
Cardoso. Here's Evans. Bangs home the trifecta.
Confident shot from Evans. Loves putting it up. Believes in herself.
And the Liberty call time here. Covered by Cardoso. Back to Ionescu. The 11-footer, and she hits the jump shot.
Some defensive breakdowns happening now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these high percentage shot attempts, it's not going to get it done. They need to figure it out.
To the inside, releases, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, she, for one, hasn't let them down, but a few of her teammates need to pick up the pace and pick it up fast.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Davis. Cardoso. It's good, and the contact on the shot, so she'll go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. So far in the game, she's gone 2 for 4 from the line. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Sabali. The shot misses. Some solid defense there from Camila Cardoso.
A good board there, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And they've just got to find a way to get back into this game. That's as good a place as any.
Just increase the effort on the boards.
Now here is Ionescu. She's covered by Allen. Now Ionescu shoots over Allen. The shot by Ionescu, no good. They swipe it. This one for 3. It's Cardoso with the rebound.
Well, she can't find the range here in the second after doing a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
Ionescu outside. Covered by Cardoso. Out of bounds, it'll go to the sky.
Liberty substitution. Number 3, Gabby Jefferson.
And they're in complete control.
Everything they're doing, it's been working out. Wow.
And the Liberty with possession here. Out to the left wing. And she's good.
Injuries.
Good on the 3 ball.
Defense was pretty much non-existent there. Can't leave such a good shooter open like that. Come on.
Up top, Allen. Reese, outside Evans. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
She's come out here in the second half and done a great job of finding her range.
Jefferson outside. Covered by Cardoso. Allen with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that one.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Oh my God.
Even though she's little compared to the bigger players on the floor, she's done some tall work on the boards.
Yep, count it.
Talk about a determined distributor. Ionescu pretty much always knows where her teammates are.
Outside Evans. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time for Lindsay Allen.
It's nice to see she's found her rhythm here in the third quarter, and you can see her confidence. Everything she's putting up from long range, it seems to be going down.
All sorts of time. That shot off the mark.
Nobody was anywhere close to her. She can't believe she didn't bury it.
Now here's Allen. Covered by Ionescu. Pass to Cardoso. 5 on the clock. And good. Got the friendly.
Oh my God.
side of the rim. And so it's New York with it. Here's Ionescu. She's got 13. Now here's Lainey Hamilton. Covered by Cardoso. Second shot opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. The first one falls.
At the line for the Liberty, Janine.
Both good at the line. Pass to Turner. Now here's Onion Wade, guarded by Davis. Here's Banham. And again, it's the Sky from deep.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that.
Dangerfield outside. Good on the 13-footer.
You know, I just love that shot selection from Dangerfield, the in-between area of the court, usually open these days.
And Tim, back in that 2020 Bradenton bubble, we saw Crystal Dangerfield win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, she went 16th overall in the draft, so Dangerfield became the lowest draft pick to win the Rookie of the Year honors. So impressive how she was able to focus, block out the noise of that wobble, and really did a great job. A solid performance inside. You know, their rebounding, it's been terrific.
They're putting together a great game, aren't they? Strong performances throughout, and they've just been strong on the glass.
And it sets a tone.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
Down low. Lays it up and banks it in.
She's having one of those days where if she takes it, she makes it.
Here's Banham.
Lainey Hamilton covering.
Offline with a 3.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Crystal Dangerfield drives in, and it's good for 2.
And sliding right by you at 5'5", Dangerfield is dangerous on the drive.
For 3. Rebound New York. Here's Jefferson.
Yes, and it's Crystal Dangerfield picking up the assist.
They're not using the three-point shot very much. They may want to think about stretching the defense a bit, like they did in the first half.
Here's Reese. Sinks the three-pointer.
Green.
Going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
The shot by Dangerfield, no good. Banham.
Lainey Hamilton covering.
Launches a 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Sky out in front, delivering the blowout. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back. 4th quarter of action starting up in what has been a one-side show. On offense, here are the Liberty.
Dangerfield outside. They grab their own miss.
Tries a 3. Here's Harrison. And finally, they hit one.
Strong rebounding, and she gets the easy putback as a result.
Pass to Banham. Turner from deep. Nailed from three-point land.
That's a dozen straight points coming off of threes.
Yeah, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it, non-existent.
And here's Davis.
Trying her luck from deep.
And Wade grabs the board.
Deflected. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Now that's a quick bucket. She's very solid in transition.
Well, she does love the chance to get out and run.
Ionescu up top. Pass to Dangerfield. Jefferson. The layup missed. Fourth quarter now, we're just about a minute and a half in. Here's Banham. Another shot. Jefferson pulls it in. Inside, Dangerfield. Good. And Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
Zero fear from Dangerfield, picking it up down low.
Here's the break. Here's Davis. And she makes the first.
And one thing we can all agree on, we are fired up for the WNBA to come to the Bay Area in 2025.
100%. I mean, I grew up in the Bay Area. It's something I've always wanted, a WNBA team here in the Bay. Everybody has always wanted that.
And it's going to be a party at Chase Center. I can't wait to see this team get to action, and I know I'll be there opening day.
Proving what a selfless player she is, Ionescu is all about getting the rock to wide open teammates.
Banham, no good. And it's New York's ball. Trailing by 17. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu drills the three-pointer.
And it looks like she still has some of the shooting touch that she did in the first.
Here's Banham. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
She got loose from three-point range in the first half and showing signs here in the second.
Ionescu outside to the paint. Here's Davis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Ionescu is easily one of the better passing guards in the game. She gets that focus and intensity from her late, great idol, Kobe Bryant.
That's pretty Banham.
What an exhibition she's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone in the fourth. Off target at the rim. To the wing, right side. Here's Turner, and it's Chicago with another. Now here's Ionescu. And they double up Sabrina Ionescu. Back to Harrison. Gets it to drop, and she's now shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
And here's Banham. Pass to Onion Wade. Down low. It's hauled in by Harrison. And that's out of bounds.
Amin. Ang ganda ng fake eh. Boom. Ay. Ng single roll.
Chicago will retain possession. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Cardoso. And once again off the mark by Chicago. Davis with it.
Oh shit.
Ionescu outside. It's good from long range.
She's on her way to putting up a big three-point total.
To the inside. Count that one.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Pass to Ionescu. And it's New York with another.
Alright.
Allen with it. Out to the right wing. Now Davis. Guarded by Davis. They get it back. Knocks it loose.
Go.
Here's the break. Chicago with the rebound. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Really on a roll right now. We're seeing the relentless offense from Reese, who is attacking without hesitation.
Laney Hamilton the screen. Reese defending.
The shake, time to shoot.
And it's Angel Reese with the rebound.
Chicago with the ball. They lead by 17.
Pass to Cardoso.
Here's Allen. Puts up a three. The shot will not fall.
Well, despite her ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options.
They set a pick.
And here's Ionescu. Reese defending.
Shakes her. And lots of contact. They're missing the shot. And will shoot two on the line.
They've made every free throw here in the second half.
And look, Tim, you know better than anyone, that efficiency is so crucial when you're looking to overcome a deficit.
And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
And so it's New York with it. It's an 18-point game.
Ionescu, right side.
From downtown.
A rebound by Camila Cardoso.
You can't let your ego run on offense, and you can see she really wanted to answer that made three with
Damn. Really the shit.
three of her own.
Yan kasi game.
Now Ionescu.
24.
New York calls timeout.
And you look at the ratings for women's basketball in general, and man, they're exploding.
Well, of course, Caitlin Clark and her team in college shattering records back in her college days. I think we'll continue to see that happen in the W.
Well, the 2024 draft was by far the most watched of all time. So, yeah, it's an exciting time in the league.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'll bet her percentage is pretty high from that range.
On offense, here the Sky. It's an 18-point lead. In transition, here come the Liberty from 8. The rebound by the Sky.
Pass to Reese.
And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot two.
Team foul.
Well, this is a great job by Reese of never backing down. She forces the issue with the defense and makes something happen.
And the second free throw, good. Ionescu outside. Sinks the triple.
Well, Ionescu has the kind of range that you simply have to respect. She's such a reliable three-point shooter.
Reese, guarded by Sabali.
2 minutes.
Back to Reese.
Boots over Sabali.
And the basket by Cardoso.
An example right there, guys,
Also,
of how they never started coasting, even as their lead kept growing.
Well, Tim, they're just a determined group. There's no neutral gear. No matter what the lead is, it's only full speed ahead, and that's the type of basketball I love to watch.
Yeah, 100 miles an hour.
Some solid defense there from Camila Cardoso. And And a trend over the last few years, Brian, less players are going overseas to play during the offseason.
And that's great for the WNBA. Increased salaries have helped big time.
Oh, is that you?
With more players staying in the United States during the offseason, we don't see as many season-ending injuries that happen in the offseason away from the W.
Got a hand on it.
Pass to Lainey Hamilton.
That's her 6th field goal today, and with that, she is 6 for 11. To the middle.
Cardoso can't get it to go.
Now here is Ionescu. Allen with the rebound. And if they want, they can milk the clock a little bit here.
Great point, Blake. That'd be the best option. I'd agree. You should coach.
Pass to Cardoso.
Davis. Good on the triple.
Tremendous instincts from Cardoso. Surveys the court and easily makes the smart pass.
Here's Ionescu. The 3 is up. No problem for Chicago as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you just have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it. We saw the excellent defense,
defending champion, diba?
offensive effort,
Panalo
and
kami.
they were pretty much dominant.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.
Okay. Ionescu, kahit injured, oh. 24, 3, 12. 12, Susue. Rookie na ito. Okay, danger field. Si Bano mo, 34. Sheesh. 10 3-pointer. Ito, career high. Angel Reese. Sheesh. Dana Evans. Cardoso, double-double. Turner, 11. Oninwere. Okay, GG's. On to the next one.